sporting world is full of stories about brilliant youngsters bursting onto the scene in a blaze of glory and then disappearing almost as quickly as they arrived. Such was the case with jockey Gavin Eads, but after frustration and suspension brought about an early retirement, Eads is back in the saddle, a little older and a lot wiser.
The year is 1983 and a young jockey is making the racing world sit up and take notice. Gavin Eads was a rising star on the scene, booting home countless winners. But as time went on, spiralling weight and a multitude of suspensions soured his outlook on racing. So much so that the life of a jockey no longer appealed and Eads called it quits for 18 months.
I worked at the Metro nightclub for about 6 months of that 18 months doing PR, and I went away a fair bit around Australia and that, but apart from that, not much at all really.
But the sport of kings was inevitably in his blood, and he's now back doing what he likes best.
I just didn't feel right, and I love horses, so I thought I'll give it one more really hard go, and it's going all right so far.
No one has ever doubted the ability that Eads possesses, ability that was fully evidenced with a superb display aboard Classify in the Brighton Welter at Caulfield on Monday.
And it's been a brilliant ride. Classify won it by a length.
But in the past, he's carried a reputation as a bit of a hellraiser, and it's a tag he readily acknowledges was probably justified.
I don't think I'd be unkind to you to say that maybe you're a bit of a wild lad in your younger years. Have you calmed down a bit?
Well, I hope so. I hope so, yes. Actually, I'm too tired to go out anymore, and I'm right off the drink, so just keep fit and keep riding winners, that's all.
If the brashness of youth has indeed given way to the desire to re-establish a career, then the second beginning for Gavin Eads may well prove as good as the first.
And finally in sport, 3 jockeys were taken to hospital after a spectacular fall in the last race at Seymour today. The field was rounding the home turn when Golden Phoenix, ridden by Kevin Forrester, came down and 5 other horses followed. Apprentice Danny Kavanagh was taken to hospital with a broken collarbone. Brian Werner has a suspected broken leg and Mark Ferretti concussion. 3 other jockeys have bruising, while amazingly all the horses escaped injury. So at least that was some good news. That's all in the sport. David.
Thanks, Stephen. Now, there are 3 instant millionaires after last night's midweek lotto draw. In fact, the 3